Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Love Shay, and this is going to be the week ahead energy message check in. I don't know what to call these. We're tapping in with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so this message for you guys this week is they don't miss you. They miss controlling you. So this week is obviously about clarity for you guys, okay? Because somebody in your life, maybe a few people, are about to show up. They're about to circle back, pop up. They're about to say something that sounds like healing, sounds like accountability, but if you listen deeper, and I'm going to need you to listen deeper, it's about them just having access to you again. And this person is willing to say whatever, to make whatever promises, to do whatever they can do to get access to you. Okay, they don't miss your heart, they miss your availability, they miss how easy it was to feed off of your energy. Okay, they miss who you used to be when you were easier to control. Okay, this could be romantic, this could be family, this could be friends, this could be somebody at work you used to eat lunch with. Okay, people who've just gotten real used to you being the one to keep everything together. Okay, to do everything, to be the overachiever. Okay, and now you're not. Now that you're quiet, you've been moving differently, you're not emotionally bending yourself into knots, okay, just to try to establish order in relationships. They want to come back. Now they want to, sit down with you and have a real one-on-one, a real conversation. Now they want to give you something. They want to give you their time. They want to give you an apology. They want to give you the attention that you've been craving. They want to give you the flowers. They want to give you the best version of themselves. But don't get distracted, okay? This person has not grown. They have not healed, okay? This is control disguised as concern, okay? This is a trap, okay? This person is trying to reset a trap. Okay, and so this week, this energy here is showing up for me as you've been doing the work. Okay, you've been pulling back your energy, you've been choosing yourself, and so what you're going to be seeing now is what happens when people who are used to controlling your emotions realize they don't have that power anymore. They don't know how to handle the version of you that doesn't chase, that doesn't stick around to see how the story ends, okay? And they're confused, okay? They're confused, poor babies, because you're not acting like your old self. That's what they're saying. It's coming through. They're saying they're not acting like themselves. And they're not coming back because they've changed and they finally see where they maybe have done wrong. They're coming back because you have changed. This is confirmation that you have changed. This is why this person is showing up. And now, the way they used to move with you, the way they used to swindle you, that shit don't work anymore, okay? This person could be even being passive aggressive with you online or texting you, very underhanded things. You don't even respond. You don't flinch. You do not engage because now you see it. You see the pattern. You see the cycle. You see the game and you don't want to play. So this week, somebody might reach out to you just seemingly like out of nowhere. Like, where did you come from? You might be offered something that looks like a blessing, but it feels off. It feels like, I don't know. And you might feel, you guys, emotionally triggered, but calm at the same time. Because you're not confused anymore and you're not reacting off of things. You're just aware. And with that awareness comes responsibility. It comes power. And that power, you need responsibility, right? And so this week, you're going to feel like how far you've come. Because you're not going to be explaining yourself. You don't care if people think that you've gone batshit crazy. You don't care if people think you switched up on them. And that's what's got them spiraling. They're going to be spiraling. Your enemies are going to be trying to gang up together to see, like, what did you do? What did you do? Did she tell you no? She absolutely did. This person or this group of people depended on you needing their approval. They depended on you needing something to take care of. But now you like completely flip the script, because now you're the one deciding who gets access. Now you have the power to choose who gets your time and your attention. And it's because you finally realize that your energy is not free, because you paid the price for it. You paid the price with your breakdowns, with your overthinking, with your anxiety, with your sleepless nights, with conversations that drain you, with that loyalty that was never returned. You paid for this version of you. So no, not everybody gets to sit with her. This week, your spiritual team is reminding you of your evolution, to get focused, get clear. And these people who miss you, they don't really miss you. They miss the version of you that they could manage. Let that be what it is. Because for some of you, there may even be a moment where you almost give in. I do see that. You almost reply. You almost say, well, maybe they have changed. If any of those words come to your mind this week, that's a trap trying to reset itself. The moment you second guess what that's when the cycle restarts. It's not your job to be everything for everybody anymore. And so this week, I want you to ask yourself, is this relationship, or is this energy, this person, place, or thing, is it restoring me, or is it resetting me into another cycle? So let me know what you guys think, how this message manifests for you this week. And let's go ahead and dive into the afterthoughts. Let's get into the afterthoughts, starting with Taurus. So, Taurus, I see you guys have been over functioning, especially for people who never even asked you, like, hey, how you holding up? And that's crazy, that some people are really mad at you for changing when really all you did was stop over giving. Okay, so this week you guys are going to want to isolate. Okay, you're going to want to isolate. You're going to want to pull your energy back, because a lot of you are finally realizing that you don't owe consistency to people who confuse your loyalty with access. Okay, and there's also something around money or stability. Okay, somebody might try to guilt trip you around what you owe them emotionally or financially. We're not falling for that, okay? You don't owe anyone support just because you've been the strong one, okay? I'm also seeing here as well that you guys need to get some type of bedtime routine going here. I'm seeing a lot of you guys maybe going way past your bedtime and you're not getting enough rest. Also, there's something here about hydration, okay? All right, so Virgo, your afterthought. So you're walking away from the role of the fixer this week. You spend so much time analyzing other people's behavior or a specific person's behavior, trying to make sense of it, trying to heal it through logic or even service. But now you're seeing it not as your job to make broken dynamics functional, okay? Somebody may try to throw some type of confusion or chaos your way, trying to like gaslight you to make you question your memory, your boundaries, or your intentions, okay? Don't get pulled back into that cycle with that person. You know what you saw, you know what you said, you know what you remember, okay? You're also being pushed to make a decision that you've been kind of going back and forth with, okay? Around work or a living situation or somebody that you've been emotionally loyal to out of obligation and not love. You're being guided, or you are getting confirmation, clarity, and insight on what decision you should make in regard to that, okay? You're in a space where you're just no longer available for like anybody who's trying to bring like chaos towards you, okay? So that is for Virgo. Capricorn, afterthoughts. So you guys have been, tested. Okay, you guys have been tested. I really feel like, something's going to test your ability to receive. Okay, so you might get help or support or emotional offering that feels weird, like you want to help me, right? You care how I'm doing, like don't push that away, okay, Capricorn? Not everybody's here to use you, but if you don't learn to receive, then you'll just keep attracting takers, okay? Also, there may be a conversation or a message coming up where someone tries to make peace, but it's like surface level, right? It's like they still got their ego attached to them trying to make peace. So just don't even re-engage with this person. Just even saying, I'm just going to be nice. No, don't even engage with this person. Okay. Also, I do see for some of you, you've been carrying around resentment or anger towards people who expected you to be stable. Okay. Even when they were reckless in the relationship in some way. Someone who watched you carry the weight. Somebody watched you carry the load. They watched you go through the struggles and the things you went through. And they still expected more from you. It was never enough, okay? This is like an energy vampire, a taker. It could be a relationship, romantic, or a friendship. Could even be a parent, okay? Take it as it resonates, all right? So that is the messages for you guys. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.